And there's a drive. Deep right field. It is gone! The hit that makes history is a two-run home run.
Yo.
What's going on? Heck yeah, Big Mac.
Yep.
Speaking of Big Mac.
There he is. Big Mac.
Heck yeah.
Do it, make it.
There was just a on this day recently, I think, with Mark McGuire. Probably one of his bomb home runs up to Big Mac land.
Yeah.
But anyways, September 3rd and 2025. And speaking of on this day, I got two today that one I just found kind of interesting. The other, it's hard not to mention this guy. He's one of the best to ever do it. But September 3rd, 2007. Do you have this one?
No, that was close, though.
September 3rd, 2007. Pedro Martinez becomes the 15th Major League pitcher to record 3,000 strikeouts. And I know it's like not a craziest one, but I'm just a huge Pedro Martinez fan. I grew up watching him, and man, it was a blessing to get to see Pedro pitch back in the day. He was just a menace, man. I would hate to have to face him.
I almost did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I believe he was a Met whenever he did that. Does that sound right? And then the next one I have, September 3rd, 2008. Do you have this one?
That was close. That was close.
Well, they're all going to be close because it's September 3rd.
Yeah. One at the years.
Yeah. But this one was kind of interesting, I thought, just because where we're at with technology today and where it's going. But instant replay is used for the first time in a major league game. So I just thought that was kind of crazy just because, 2008, before that, no calls could get, reviewed, anything like that. And now we're getting to a point where we're getting ready to use basically an instant replay to call balls and strikes accurately. So it's really come a long way. But September 3rd, 2007, 2008. What do you have?
All right. So this one's September 3rd, 2009.
So
it's funny you mentioned Pedro Martinez because I just so happen to have a Pedro Martinez one. So that's why I was kind of smiling at first.
Yeah,
too.
I saw this one too.
Yeah. So Pedro Martinez on this day, 2009, tossed 7 innings, 1 hit ball against the Giants. Phillies won 2-1. And he just became the 10th pitcher in MLB history to win 100 games in both leagues, which is just insane.
It must have been a Pedro day, man. And he's rocking the Phillies uniform, right?
Yeah. Just to hit 100 wins in general as a pitcher is quite a milestone. But to hit it in both leagues is it's pretty insane.
That's what I'm saying. He was just so fun to watch, even till the very end of his career. But him with Boston and obviously Philly with the Mets, and he was just where else did he play?
I think he started with it was either the Dodgers. I think it was the Dodgers, and then I think maybe didn't he play for the Expos?
Yeah. Did he start with the Expos or did he start with the Dodgers? He probably started with the Dodgers. But yeah, Expos I think is when he started to come up a little bit. Yeah.
And then trade him to Boston. So,
where he really made a difference for him.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll go ahead and move on to breakout players. I know we're halfway through this week, but we still want to mention some players that went off last week. Players of the week, breakout players, whatever you want to call them. These guys were shining, man. I've got 2 guys here. One guy, he's just especially when it comes to fantasy, you don't know what to do with him. It's actually somebody you traded me in fantasy. I think I gave you Matt McClain and Joe Adell for, which is a pretty good trade actually. Joe Adell's having a very quiet, great season. I think he's over 30 home runs now. He's got a good OPS. Still, pretty low batting average, I think, but turned out to be good. But Shane Baz is who I went with for my pitcher of the week. Now, he does almost have a 5 ERA for the season, so it's pretty rough year for him. But this is kind of why he's my breakout player. He does have a good strikeout rate, 156 Ks and 150 innings. But his last game against Seattle, he shined, went 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, no earned runs, 2 walks on 5 hits. The game before that, he also had a quality start. He did let up 3 runs, but still had 7 Ks, and that was against the Guardians. So 2 tough teams, Mariners and Guardians, he went up against, and kind of looked like somebody we thought maybe he should be or would be. He is a former first rounder with high upside, especially when it comes to strikeouts. But yeah, I thought this was a really good outing for Shane Baz. For the Rays pitchers, I haven't really been interested in Rays pitchers this season just because of their playing situation. They're playing in a spring training park. It's hot in Florida, so the games that they were going to be playing down there, we knew the ball was probably going to be flying. Kind of similar to the Athletic situation. So I don't really trust any Tampa players as far as pitching wise. Hitters all day, but this is a good look for Shane Baz. I'm sure he's pretty happy with his outing there, but still only 26, so he's still very young. I mean, he's got a lot to go. He's only I'm looking at his past season. This is his worst season. By far, he had a pretty good season last year in 14 games. Had a 3.06 ERA, 200 batting average. So, but still a lifetime 233 batting average, which is pretty good. My batter though, going with a young guy who's just been getting a lot of attention lately, especially on social media, and that's Drew Gilbert, who is another former first round out of 2022 by the Houston Astros. Tennessee guy. But his last 7 games, 18 at bats, he's hitting 500 with a 500 OBP and a 944 slug, with 1 home run, 7 RBIs, and 9 hits. In his last 15 games, even he's been hitting 333 with a 666 slug or 667 slug, with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. So, the dude's been excellent. Kind of showing his first round talent here. He's batting 261 in his 46 at bats this season, so not bad. But yeah, I don't know if you got to see the energy from that guy, but Drew Gilbert,
a little bit.
Yeah, he had a big home run. He went 4 for 4 that game too against Colorado. I know it was at Colorado, but still, these are major league pitchers. Major league situation. So 4 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBIs. The game before that against Baltimore, he went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs. So I would say he's starting to heat up a little bit.
Good picks.
Yeah. Who do you have?
So I did make a change for one of them. My pitcher. So I'll start with that one. And you might have already had him once on here, but that's Nolan McLean on the Mets.
Yeah,
this guy's been amazing since he came out. I don't know. Does anyone have him in our league?
Yeah, Kyle picked him up before he made his first start. So yeah, Kyle went after him, and a big reason I think he went after him too, because if you remember, Nolan McLean is actually a two-way player. He does have some history of hitting in the minor leagues. But I don't think he's hit at all this season. I could be wrong on that. But still, I mean, if you're a two-way player in general, you're probably got some really good baseball talent. So, yeah, that dude has been disgusting. And like we were talking about, I think it was last time when we brought up Jonah Tong and Noah McLean and Christian Scott, and these people that these pitchers that the Mets have in the rotation. We might not all see them up at once this season. They're gonna have a good shot to go to the World Series this season. But next season with all those guys in the rotation, man, that's
it's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
it's going to be exciting to see. And just in the last 14 innings from McLean, he's 2 wins, 2 quality starts, 1.29 ERA, throwing a 0.71 whip with 13 strikeouts. He's only allowed 3 walks in those 14 innings, so I think that's pretty good. Only 2 earned runs.
Yeah.
So for a guy that's just now coming up,
Yeah.
good impression. So he's looking like a keeper more and more
Oh,
every
for
start he
sure.
has. So
Yeah, he's and his if you guys haven't seen his highlights of him pitching in the major leagues, go look at his strikeout highlights of how he's been striking people out. Like his pitchers are coming at you, and I mean, last second they're just diving off. I mean,
yeah,
he was supposedly had the best sweeper in the minor leagues. He's looking like he's building his way back up there now. He's got a good curveball. I think it's a sinker that he's also throwing. But yeah, good pick there with Nolan McLean.
yeah. And then my other pick is going to be Rafael Devers.
Hey,
So he's actually been hitting really well recently. Ever since he got to San Francisco, hadn't really done that great.
yeah,
In the last 28 at bats, actually a little bit even before that, he's been hitting a lot better. Last 28 at bats, he's been 464 with 5 home runs and 12 RBIs, and he scored 12 runs. So that's pretty good. With 13 hits, he's got 2 doubles, 5 walks in that span. So
sheesh.
that's the
That's
Rafael
Rafi.
Devers that the Giants were expecting.
That's
So,
Rafi. So yeah, and Giants are another team. Like I'm not a fan of their pitching. I like Logan Webb. Who's their other starter? That's
Robbie Ray.
Robbie Ray. I like Robbie Ray and Logan Webb. You can't go wrong with those two guys. But other than that, man, I mean, as of now, I don't even think they're in the playoff race. They just lost Randy Rodriguez, but they are a team if they do it right. I don't have any hope in them the rest of the season. Like I said, I don't even think they're really in the race much right now. But next season, if they work on some of their starters and they got Devers there, my pick, Drew Gilbert, and then what's his name, Bryce Eldridge.
Yeah.
They get him up there, they're gonna have a really good team next season, I think. Yeah, it's not even sure where I was going with that, but
No.
but Devers he's a stud, man.
Yeah. And then speaking of Devers, what did you think of the whole Kyle Freeland Devers situation from last night's game?
I mean, it's baseball. The people. You played baseball, and we've been around it, so we know how when guys play baseball, the tension's on. Now it's starting. It's in September now. Teams are still. I mean, obviously Colorado's had a really long season, so I'm sure they're just probably ready to get this season over with. Giants, they've kind of had a floppy season, and it's Devers. When he hits a home run, he's not just.
Yeah, that's just Devers being Devers.
To me, it looked like a normal Devers. He hit it, and really, it was such a skyscraper, and it wasn't right by the pole or anything, but it was close enough to the pole where if Devers thought maybe, hey, this could go foul, I'm not going to start running, that could be it. Obviously, Kyle Freeland plays with some emotion and, didn't like him standing around looking at it, which I understand. I mean, it is only the first inning, so you can still work your way back, but, I guess no one wants to get a home run hit off of him first inning and it'd be a towering shot like Devers, but it is what it is. It's like I said, tensions are high this time of year, and when people start chirping at each other, and then you start seeing other people storm out to the field, everybody's going to start coming at each other. And there were some punches thrown from what it looked like.
Yeah,
but
correct.
But yeah, I'm all for it. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, obviously, but I'm all for the drama, especially late in the season. I like a little drama. Make it a little exciting. Half the time they don't do anything anyways. I mean, they usually storm out and grab each other. Every now and then there might be some good, like Amir Garrett.
That's like once in a really long time.
You don't see anybody brave like him do that though. Like he wasn't scared of. He'll take the whole team on type of guy.
Yeah.
Some people won't start doing stuff until the rest of the team's out there. But I'm all for it. Go Rafi.
Yeah. No, speaking of some other drama going on last night, there was a situation between Framber Valdez and the Astros catcher, which I can't remember who was catching specifically.
I forget his name. I mean, he's a younger cat. I
Yeah.
want to say he's a rookie, maybe even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the situation was, I think he called Framber off a couple of times on his pitches, and then I think Framber threw a fastball, and Trent Grisham ended up hitting a grand slam off of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's already pissed off. Then he gave up the grand slam. I think it was the next pitch.
Yeah.
Next pitch, I guess he called for a curveball, and Framber ended up throwing a fastball and hit him in the catcher.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And then he immediately kind of looked out in suspicion, and then Framber, he turned around and walked back immediately. So after the game, they were pulled into the manager's office, and I think Framber had an interpreter with him, or his interpreter with him, and apparently he said it wasn't on. I find it a little suspicious that there's a cross up immediately after he gives up that grand slam. I think it's a little weird. In my time watching baseball, I don't think cross ups, they don't really happen a ton.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really happen a ton. I mean,
yeah.
And then immediately after that.
Yeah. And if they do happen, they're pretty recognizable, just like this case. Yeah, there, like you said, there's obviously he was already pissed off. The catcher had told him to step off the mound. He still pitched grand slam, so he's more pissed off. The catcher's probably like, should have stepped off the mound, like in his mind, like he just gave up a grand slam. Because I don't know what was going on prior to that, like if they just weren't agreeing on calls or if Framber was just taking too long. But yeah, the way the catcher looked at him, it's like, Framber's pitched long enough. He's he's the ace of that team. Him and Hunter Brown are, I would say arguably that, the aces, but Framber's well known. He's been around a while. He's a great pitcher. So calls a curveball. I mean, unless the catcher, called the wrong call or misunderstood, that would, he would say that. But the way he looked at the pitcher, it was like, damn, really? Like it was obviously on purpose. And if he says he didn't do it, then on purpose, then he's probably not going to get in trouble for it or anything. But I don't think he would get like suspended or anything like that. I don't even think he would skip a start, but it'd probably be something they had to work out or.
Oh yeah, there was some talking going on last night. I imagine so.
Yeah. But and Houston's a playoff team, so again for them, tensions are high. And you're letting off a grand slam against who was it, Trent Grisham?
Yeah,
another
against one of their more hated rivals,
exactly.
The Yankees.
So yeah, I'm sure Framber I'm sure he's still probably annoyed by it, but
yeah, because those are the teams you want to pitch good against.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
And then I think the Astros, the Rangers are all fairly close together.
Yeah.
In the AL West.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, speaking of that, I'll go ahead. So if playoffs were to start today, what playoffs are looking like today, this is the standings. And then we'll go ahead and we'll finish up and do your crazy stat and all that. But I'll go with the AL first. So right now, got the Blue Jays at number 1, Tigers at number 2. So they would be getting that bye week. That first round if it would end today. But it's looking, they're still got some ball to play, but number 3 seed, Houston, number 4 seed, Yankees, 5 seed, Boston, and 6 seed, Seattle. So kind of looking, I'm thinking that's probably going to be it. I don't see really anyone else getting in there. Boston's been playing pretty good lately, but they did lose Roman Anthony, which is a big loss for him right now because he's been awesome. But yeah. And then nationally, we got the Brewers at the 1 seed, Philly. When did the Brewers just start becoming a number 1 team every year? It's insane to me. Philly, number 2 team, number 2 seed. Dodgers at number 3, Cubs number 4, Padres number 5, and Mets at number 6. So again, that could change. There's still about a month of ball to go, but if season we're in today, that's your playoffs. And who did we have going to the World Series this year? I think
I think we had Boston
and Cubs.
LA.
Boston and LA.
I think that's who I had was the Red Sox and Dodgers, and then I think I had the Red Sox win.
I think I had Dodgers too. I either had the Dodgers or the Cubs. I'll have to look back. But it's still pretty much everyone we called. You know, you called Seattle winning the division. We knew Mets and Phillies would probably, be going at it for that first place. Padres getting back in there. Dodgers, obviously. Not really any surprises. I think I was pretty low on the Blue Jays this year.
Yeah.
So for them to be the number 1 seed right now, I am a little shocked by that. That's probably my only both of our only miss. But yeah, it's almost playoffs, man. No Cardinals though, unfortunately. We'll have to wait another season or 2. But all right. Did you have anything else? Did you want to do your crazy stat?
Yeah, it's not like a real crazy stat, but I kind of think it is. So do you know the last year or the last season the Yankees had a losing record?
Was it in the 2000s? No, let's go with like 71.
71? 1992.
92.
So it's been over 30 years.
That's crazy.
Which is insane because up to a couple of years ago, the Cardinals didn't have a losing season.
I know.
It was like 15 or 16 years, and that itself was a long time to have a losing season. But
yeah, majority of our life, I didn't see the Cardinals have a losing season. So when they started having a losing season, I'm like, well, there's the Cardinals chapter that I knew. It's about to be. I knew there was going to be change from that point on. When the Cardinals first started not making the playoffs, it's like, yep, things are changing.
Yeah. So over, I guess, 33 years.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy long time.
Yeah, that is. Well, that about wraps it up on 643.
Yep. And I had a question for you real quick. Now, I know we primarily do baseball, but since football's coming up, maybe a couple videos of fantasy football.
Yeah.
And during the off season too, we'll still post baseball videos. Try to get one out every week in the off season, but maybe a fantasy football video.
Yeah, but baseball be kind of hard to do every week just in the off season, just because nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Unless trades go down, we can get on and discuss some things like that. But we'll definitely do some football stuff.
Yeah,
we'll still mention our baseball. We're a baseball podcast, but we love sports. So I think I'm in 6 fantasy football leagues. Luke's in what, 4?
3.
So we're going to be talking a lot of football, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did 6, but you might see me lose the rest of my hair.
Yeah, I got my last draft tonight, and then season kicks off tomorrow.
Draft Bo Nix, that boy Bo.
Yeah, or Baker. Yeah,
that boy Baker.
One of those two. Yeah.
All right.
643. Peace out.
Do it, make it.